Alright, welcome to my channel. Today you see in front of us two RC trucks and my son Rennen. Rennen, tell us how old you are.
7.
When did you turn 7?
December 18th.
That was approximately 2 weeks ago. So for Rennen's 7th birthday, I got him a Traxxas Slash 2-wheel drive short course
Truck.
racing truck, right?
Racing truck.
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Well, we can look at the box. Yeah, we do still have the box. So Rennen's no stranger to RC trucks. We had a crawler truck. I think it was an ECX. I can't remember the name, but it was a crawler RC. Pretty decent little one, but it had an unfortunate accident where it got run over by a trailer tire, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it kind of got crushed, and we gave it a couple years. And this is what I know he would really like. The crawling was fun, but he was trying to always go fast with the truck, and it wasn't really made for going fast. So gave it a couple years and knew that these trophy trucks, basically we call them trophy trucks because they look just like the Baja trophy trucks. And we went with this, and I was kind of skeptical on whether or not it would be too fast or whether the two-wheel drive would be too loose or too hard to control. But anyways, that's what we're going to explain in this video today, is whether or not a full-size 1/10 scale off-road truck, racing truck, is good, or if it's applicable to a 6 to 7-year-old. So what do you think about it so far, being a 7-year-old?
It's really good for 7-year-olds.
Well, you're a special 7-year-old because you race go-karts, you race motocross, you play hockey, so you have some good coordination. You have good hand-eye coordination, and you were pretty good with that crawler truck when you were like 3 or 4 years old. So I knew you could do it, but how well you could control it was something to be figured out. So anyways, we're gonna go over all of the things that might be questions you have on whether or not your kid is old enough or the right age for the Traxxas Slash series of vehicles.
Two-wheel drive.
Well, two-wheel drives are actually going to be a little bit harder than the four-wheel drives. So the reason I didn't go with the four-wheel drive is because it's expensive. It's a lot more money than the two-wheel drive. These ring in at about $250. I think his was about $230 or $250 or so, and I think mine was about $260 because I think this is a special edition body, which I didn't realize until after I bought it. But it also was a good chance to tell you why there's two trucks here, because when I got this truck for Rennen, we were sharing it, and I was having a little bit too much fun with it and didn't like sharing it too much with you, did I? So I knew right after Christmas I was just going to go out and buy myself one anyways. So I basically bought the same exact truck, Traxxas Slash 2-wheel drive, and I wanted to get a different body. And I got the blue color. I guess this is the Vision Wheels edition. This is probably a replica of a real Baja trophy truck. This one probably at some point maybe as well. Traxxas does a pretty good job of replicating real world stuff. And the other reasons why we went with Traxxas over other brands is because Traxxas, I feel, is one of the most rugged brands of trucks and also has the best and most easy accessible
Takeoff bodies?
Well, bodies, but line of replacement parts. So you could buy the replacement parts if you break these trucks from the hobby shop that we got these from, which is Graves RC in Orlando, Florida. So they carry all the replacement parts. They carry all the aluminum upgrade parts. So if you break a plastic part a couple times and it's something that doesn't seem strong enough, you can upgrade to an aluminum part. They have all the bodies there. They have all the wheels there, the tires there, and maybe this is a good time to show us what you got there. So as we go into upgrades, actually, you know, we said, hey, these are fun. What can we do to upgrade to maybe have a little bit more fun? So we went to the hobby shop when I bought mine, and Rennen took a look around, and he's going to show you what he found. What'd you find? He found replica body. So this is the body off the four-wheel drive race truck, the Slash four-wheel drive, and this is a Fox replica of a Baja trophy truck. I know I've seen this one before
I've seen it on YouTube.
On YouTube and stuff, right?
If you search up Traxxas trophy trucks, you'll find probably find this one just orange.
Oh, yeah, there is an orange one too. That right?
The real one's orange.
The real one's orange?
Yeah.
Well, there's probably a real one that's black and white too.
Well, I've seen the real one on YouTube this morning.
Yeah, but you like that one, so you picked it up. I think it was $50, which is pretty expensive in my opinion for a body. I think the clear bodies that you paint yourself are about $30, but then when you add in the paint and maybe some of the graphics that you want, it'll ring right up to around $50 anyways. So why don't we move to the next segment, which is whether or not a 7-year-old can maintain this truck and handle the truck. By way of handling, I mean, can they take out the batteries and remove them and charge the batteries themselves? So also taking off the body, because you need to take the body off to get the battery off, right? Mm-hmm. So now we're going to test out whether or not the 7-year-old or the 6-year-old can maintain the truck and run the truck without adult intervention. So when you get the truck out of the box, it comes with everything already in here. Batteries unplugged, everything's installed, batteries already in there, speed controls in there, motors hooked up, everything. Shocks are set. The only thing you have to do is install the antenna, which is just basically a ferrule nut right here. Simple. And you clip your body on and charge your battery up, or charge your battery up first, clip your body on, and then you go. But there is one thing that I want to mention that you might not realize, and I'm reaching over here because this is an extra battery. I would definitely recommend buying an additional battery. I think they're $30 or so. It's not too expensive. We didn't go with LiPo batteries. We went with nickel metal hydride because they're a little bit safer. They're a little bit more tame for the beginning driver or the just casual driver. For LiPo stuff, applications would probably be more or less racing, where you want all the power and run life. So what did you get? What did you want and pick up?
I wanted to, but one little thing that you might want to recommend to go to a hobby shop and buy one, the batteries that come with the truck are like meant to go in car batteries. But we asked them if we could get a battery that plugs into the wall, and they said yes.
Oh, that's a good point. So that's what I was about to show them. So the other thing to know when you buy these trucks are that it's not going to come with the battery charger that plugs straight into the wall. It's going to come with this kind of charger that plugs into your car
battery
cigarette lighter thing. That's a pretty cheap move on Traxxas if you ask me. They put together a great kit, but they don't even give you the ability to charge it from your house unless you buy their optional AC to DC converter power supply. This plugs into your house outlet, and then the other end plugs into the thing they give you in the box, and now you can charge it from your house. So with the battery pack, when you buy these, add in that battery pack and add in this AC to DC converter here so you can charge it from your house. Otherwise, you're going to have to charge it from your car. That's a pretty lame move in my opinion. Kind of disappointed in Traxxas for doing that, because even with the Traxxas Teton, it comes with a wall outlet charger. So that's kind of just a cheap way to get you to buy one of their upgrades. So I'm not a big fan of that. But anyways, I would say budget about $300 for this kit. And also it goes without saying that if it's a ready to run kit, it comes with the radio too. So real simple radio, but you don't really need anything fancy for what we're doing, or if you're just getting into this beginning. So with that, I'm gonna let Rennen show you how to take off the body, and he's gonna put on his Fox Special Edition body, and we're gonna go over some other things that you might have questions on, whether or not your kid can handle this truck on their own without you doing everything. So it's a good thing that I wanted to go over, because while your kid might be able to drive it, doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna be able to do it without you. So we've realized after we got this truck for Rennen that he was able to maintain his truck, charge his batteries, and drive it when I wasn't even here. And that was important, because unless they could do that, you're going to be doing everything for them, like we would with Callan, Rennen's little brother, with his Traxxas Teton. So let's show everybody if you can get the body and the battery off and everything, and how easy that might be, but not yet. Let me change the camera view. All right. So now we're moving on to the part to where we're going to answer the question on whether or not your kid, however old they are, can operate and maintain the truck on their own without the adult intervention. So it's worth noting that we upgraded the clips on here to a 90-degree style clip that's really bright in color, because I see this as something that was hard for Rennen to get on and off in the stock form. Let's show them the stock clips. But in the meantime, go ahead and take those clips off. And take the body off.
And if you lose them, if you get the 90 ones and they're this color, you can't lose them that easy.
Right. Good point. So hold on. I'm going to put this one back on. This is the stock clip here. So can you go ahead and get that clip off for me? All right. You're able to get that clip off really easy, which is, just fine. You'll be just fine with the stock clips, except that if you look here, you can see this one is bent 90 degrees and it's bright yellow. So if it drops on the dirt, you're going to be able to see it as compared to that. Can't really see that too good. So
yeah.
Simple $5 pack of 12 of those or something was a nice upgrade. All right, so go ahead and get your body off of there. All right, so tell us what we have in here, Rennen. Point everything out.
We have a battery. We have the signal that sends it to here, and then it sends it to the tires.
So that's close. This is the receiver that takes your radio signal from your controller and tells the steering servo how much to steer, and it also tells the speed control how much throttle to apply. And then the speed control powers the motor, and it basically tells the motor how much power to give the rear wheels. Good.
And then there's another stock clip that the same as these, but it's just smaller.
I think it's a little bit smaller. Yeah, it's a smaller clip, but the stock clips fit in there. But it's a clip to hold the battery pack down. So go ahead and take that out, which that's a 90-degree clip too. So that's pretty handy. So go ahead and get that battery out for me. All right, good. And you can see we have some dirt built up in here, so we're gonna go get that out, and that's definitely something that kids can do too. So we'll go ahead and show you that. We'll knock some of that dirt out, and then we'll come back and put it all back together. Not here. Hold on. Let's go outside. Alright, so we got the dirt out of the battery holder for the most part. Let's go ahead and put the battery back in. Now that's a good thing. Let me see how far you're able to get this in. So the kids only seem to be able to get it in about a quarter of the way. So you want to make sure that you push this in all the way until it stops, right? So tell me, can you get that out? Let's see, with this fully seated, can you get it out? You got to pull it pretty hard while you're wiggling it.
No.
You can't do it? So it is pretty hard to get out. Alright, so go ahead and push it together on your own. Push it all the way in. Okay, now take it back out. Can you take it back out? You just do the reverse of when you put it together. Okay, so if a kid puts it in and takes it back out, well, if a kid puts it together, he can take it back out. But if an adult puts it in, I put it in all the way, he probably won't be able to get it out. So that's worth noting. It's good to have a good strong connection on there, but he's run this truck for a good 2 weeks now without me here. So whatever connection he was making on it seemed to be good enough. So I guess it's really not that big of a concern. Alright, so now you're putting in the battery clip. Alright, good job. And here's your body.
And there will probably be a couple crashes in this video.
Couple of crashes?
Yep.
There's always a couple of crashes with short course stadium trucks, right?
Yeah. And
So one thing I would suggest is turning these the other way. That way.
Oh. That's what Calvin does. With my this truck. Oh yeah, now I know.
Just because these are 90 degrees,
Yeah.
and since they're sticking up, if the truck flips over, and if they're that way, there's a better chance that they won't hit the ground.
They're flat
Yeah.
now.
Alright, so the clips are no problem. Easy to put on. And now he's moving on to the back. Here, let's give everybody a better view of that.
But sometimes the body kind of moves around.
Yeah,
so-
the bodies are a little bit loose. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. But when you put these clips
I'd
on,
put those on backwards too. Because if this truck hits the ground, it's better if those 90-degree clips are tucked in.
it normally does.
Yep, it'll roll over for sure. Okay, good. So, last thing, can you show me how to turn on the speed control?
Yeah, I think it's.
Now I pulled this trick on you because the speed control has a little button you have to push. So normally it's easier to take off the body to do that, but that's a pain. So can you do it without taking off the body?
Control first.
Yep, that's right.
Wait, number 15. Yeah.
So good point. So always turn your radio on first. Okay, and then you turn your speed control on, which is the truck. So you hit the button on your speed control,
On.
and it lights up, and that means it's ready to go, right? Okay.
But sometimes if it doesn't go, you have to turn it on and off.
Yep, good point. Okay, so the next step is to go see how well the 6 or 7 year old, in our case, drives this Traxxas Slash 2-wheel drive.